Hello, folks! Today marks a huge milestone that I've been looking forward to for so long. My friends, I'm thrilled to announce it's lurking. Some of you may not know this, but this project has been in the works, at least in my head, since I was 12. If you're an older viewer of my work, you might remember my early animations that told the story of It's Lurking. Unfortunately, I had to discontinue the series after my old tablet broke, and I only made it up to episode 3. For years, I've searched for a way to bring this story back to life. It's Lurking holds a special place in my heart, and I couldn't just let it fade away. I considered rebooting it as a more professional anime series, maybe with a team, or just, make it look nicer. But on February 3rd, 2025, I made the executive decision to turn it into a video game. And so, my friends, It's Lurking, the video game, was born. For about a month now, I've been learning Unreal Engine 5, and as of writing this post, I'm about to finish pre-production. So I want to take you behind the scenes and how I got here, and what to expect, of course. Even though I was 12 when this idea first came into my mind, 14 was the age where I started actually writing and developing the world of It's Lurking. And I had to cancel the original series, of course, when I was making it on YouTube. And, well, it's been a bit hard because obviously it's been stewing in my mind for some time, and I wanted to bring it back somehow. So, when I got my better computer, I jumped at the opportunity to learn Unreal Engine 5. And let's be honest here, this was a tool that I've been dreaming of using for so long. Ever since I chose the path of becoming a game artist, Unreal Engine has been on my mind, and I initially used Unity when I had a MacBook Air because it worked well on it. But I chose Unreal Engine as my ultimate end goal of an engine for a couple reasons. One notable reason is Unity's controversies. Unity at one point was introducing a ridiculous runtime fee, which thankfully it was removed, and, well, again, that's a good thing, but many developers, those official and people like me who are indie, lost trust in the platform and developers overall. Another reason is that Unreal Engine 5 is becoming much more of a big industry standard. Yes, it was a major game engine back then, but even now it's becoming much bigger and much more popular, so this puts me ahead of some people. The final reason, and this is actually the major reason why I chose it, it's very artist-friendly. Unreal Engine isn't just a game engine, it is a lot of things, kind of like Unity. But what makes Unreal Engine really nice is that it's really artist-friendly to filmmakers, or game artists like me. A major feature of Unreal Engine that's been really helpful is blueprints. As an artist, I can sympathize with many here that we do not like to code. We do not like trying to learn how to code because usually it's messy, it's confusing, and as a visual learner and a visual person overall, coding really feels like a pain. I tried learning how to code in Unity so many times, but it's just so confusing. The structure, just so many letters and numbers I do not understand. It's really hard for me to visualize it and understand it. And I've tried many times, and it's just failed over and over and over again. But Unreal Engine 5 and Unreal Engine 4 too have blueprints. They've used blueprints as their coding language, while C++ is also used by many developers. For people like me who are visual learners and visual people in general, get a chance to actually code but in a visual format. Blueprints has been such a huge help for me, and I've actually been able to make the game of my dreams because of Blueprint. I have done so much in Unreal Engine 5.4 in just a month than I've done in Unity in a year. The difference shows. Once I was settled on Unreal Engine, the next step was planning. Pre-production is all about defining the story, art, gameplay, you get it. This phase was a mix of learning the engine and refining my game's vision. I use Trello and Milano to organize my ideas and create a roadmap. Like, what gameplay features am I going to show? What puzzles or tasks does the player need to do? What assets and what artwork do I need to make in order to be shown in the game? And much, much more. I also built a dev map, a simple test environment to experiment with features and see what I need to build and what I need to include for this game. One of the first things I managed to implement was a unique outline effect to match the original aesthetic of its lurking. I removed the sky, the sun, and all light sources to make the world completely pitch black. Then I created an object called a blueprint actor, which is easy for me to edit and add more post-processing effects if I ever want to. Then I can drag it into the environment and it automatically creates a white, chalk, sketchy outline around any 3D object within view. There's a lot more to it, but maybe I'll go into detail some other devlog. My main goal with the art style of this game is to try and stay true to the chalky, sketchy art style of the original series. I also explored ways to basically paint directly onto the 3D models. Thanks to Blender and an amazing painting add-on, I can hand draw textures directly onto the models. This will be a key part into making the artwork, and I plan to use programs like Krita to draw 2D assets, like UI and maybe some pictures or even do some 2D animation. Looking back at my old designs, yeah, they're old, they show their age. You can easily tell they're made by a younger me, but this fresh start is the perfect opportunity to refine everything, while staying true to the original vision. I've already created character sheets for the game's key figures, mainly oh, dang it, can't say the names yet. They'll just be protagonist and red monster, for now. Yeah, that's all I can do for now. One of the biggest changes from the original story? The voice. In my old animations, I voiced the protagonist, and my dad helped me by voicing another character, a bodiless voice inside the protagonist's head. This character was supposed to have a major lore significance later in the story, but after some rewrites, I made the decision to remove them entirely. And this leads to another big change I'm doing: no voice acting. I simply don't have the resources or people to cast voice actors for every character, especially ones that are here and ones that are going to be shown in the future. And I don't want to make it inconsistent where some characters are voiced and others aren't, or it's like a whole weird thing. Instead, I'll rely on text and visual storytelling. Thankfully, this method has been utilized by many other successful horror games, like Mouthwash, Doki Doki Literature Club, Iron Lung, and many others. So, what's next for It's Lurking? What should you expect? This will be a small, story-driven game, the first chapter. Not a massive, innovative experience, but a carefully crafted series that will be made piece by piece by yours truly. A story of tragedy, mystery, action, and adventure into an immersive horror experience. I also plan to release this game in chapters, like I said earlier. Chapter 1 will be free because I wanted to serve as a demo and an introduction to give people a taste of the world of It's Lurking. The future chapters will follow as I continue development. The best way to support me is by following, engaging, and sharing my posts. I'm not aiming for It's Lurking to be a mainstream hit. I don't think it will, to be honest. I just want to create something that fans of horror and narrative-driven games will enjoy. If that sounds like you, spread the word and share with your friends. It will help a lot. This is just a short introduction because, well, I'm kind of just starting everything, but I do plan to post more devlogs like this to keep people updated and what to expect, and of course if there's any big news related to the It's Lurking project. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you stay a while for more of my content.